Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, November 3rd, and we've got a huge football game tonight in Breckenridge. The St. Louis Sharks versus the Breckenridge Huskies, and either St. Louis or Breckenridge is going to go away with their first district championship title in the school's history, and there's been, I think, 63 former meetings between these two rivalries. So this is going to be a huge game tonight in Breckenridge at 7 o'clock. Should be a very packed house. And if we look at the weather forecast, looks like really good conditions for the game tonight with basically dry conditions, temperatures in the low to mid 40s, probably low 40s. And again, we will have more rain, however, coming in over the weekend, and some of it could be very heavy across southeast lower Michigan over into southwest Ontario. All areas should see a pretty healthy dose of rainfall, but especially across southeast lower Michigan and anywhere from around the Ludington or to Bay City area south. We could also run the risk later on Sunday night for some strong to severe thunderstorms as a cold front will move through the area. So a pretty stormy weekend coming up. And if we look at the climate data for today, our normal high is 54, the normal low is 35. Yesterday in Breckenridge we had a high of 46 and a low of 39 with a quarter of an inch of precipitation. And since midnight you can see a little bit of precipitation across southeastern and eastern lower Michigan over into southwest Ontario. But this area here yesterday picked up an awful lot of rainfall, and again you're going to get a lot more rainfall here as we go through the weekend. And the big winner, Jasper, 1.9 inches of rain, over an inch a quarter at Blissfield and Tuberville, and over an inch at St. Thomas. And again, pretty healthy amounts even for all locations, picking up around a half inch or greater. And again, we'll watch that next system. Temperatures this morning in the low 40s, mid 40s to the south and east of portions of lower Michigan, so pretty mild start to the day for early November. And if we look at the conditions around the rest of the state, temperatures mainly in the 30s and 40s, with upper 40s across the southeast part of the state, and temperatures down near 30 degrees once you get back in towards the central and western areas of the UP. As far as the radar, you can see those area showers that move through with the cold front. Those are now out of here, and we expect, other than some lake effect to the north that should dissipate, we expect plenty of sunshine to develop as the day goes on across the area. And again, good conditions for tonight's football game. On the 2-meter wind field, you can see definitely where that cold front currently is, just off to our southeast across central and southern Ohio. And you can see that on this morning's weather map as that front now has moved through the area. And we're going to expect a lot of energy to be coming in out of the plains, and it's going to eventually ride up this front into the Ohio Valley. And that's where some of the heavy rains are going to fall as this system begins to get organized over across Missouri. And then by Sunday, that'll spread a lot of heavy rains just off to the southeast as it looks right now. We're going to have to watch this track to see where some of the heaviest storms are. The GFS model actually takes this storm across near Milwaukee to Alpena, which would put a lot of the area in a very unstable air mass. It would bring heavy rain and potentially some very severe thunderstorms to the area, where the European model takes that low quite a bit further south and would keep most of the heaviest of the rains and the severe weather threat quite minimized across the MAC area. And if we look at the rainfall from the WPC through 7 p.m. Monday, you can see far southeast lower Michigan into southwest Ontario look like they'll be the big winners again with a lot of heavy rainfall. But even generous amounts of rainfall up near an inch across much of the MAC area here over the next next 84 hours into Monday. And you can see lighter precipitation. Some of this will be in the form of snow once you get back into the UP. And the forecast today, again, becoming partly to mostly sunny, highs in the upper 40s, so a little bit cooler, and the lows will be in the 30s. So I think game time temperatures will be in the low to mid 40s and maybe drop to around 40 by the end of the game. And then showers will move in, especially for later in the afternoon on Saturday, with highs only in the upper 40s. And then we see temperatures maybe pop into the low 60s with a chance of strong to severe thunderstorms over at least some areas of lower Michigan as we get later in the day into Sunday night. And then clearing and a little bit cooler once we get into the early start of next week. You can see temperature drop from the low 60s down to the low 40s as we get into Tuesday. And so looks like we're, other than the weekend rainfall, hopefully you can stay dry out there. We do have some sunshine coming up, but again, this weekend could be a different story with lots of rain in the area. As far as weather watch this morning, winter weather advisories across the northern Great Lakes and back into the Dakotas. Other than that, not a lot going on for the state of Michigan. And if we look at the severe weather threat for Sunday, you can see an enhanced area of severe storms across the northern Ohio Valley and a slight risk in the southern lower Michigan, with a marginal risk extending up into mid-Michigan. and even general thunderstorms all the way up from around Traverse City over to Alpena and southward. So again, we're going to want to keep an eye on this, where that low actually tracks. If the GFS is right, I think we'll have a much better chance of severe weather across central and southern lower Michigan than what we have right now. So something we're going to keep an eye on here over the next couple of days. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.